What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for watching Buell with Terminal Outcomes here. Today, we're talking about Trump and the do-nothing Republicans. Actually, they are doing stuff, but it's the wrong stuff, okay? So, during the campaign, we heard President Trump talking about coming in for his non-consecutive second term, that he was going to do all this great stuff for the Second Amendment, for gun owners in this country, talking about a task force to identify gun rights abuses and all this stuff. And so far, over 100 days into the administration, I think myself and many other gun owners and people that care about this stuff are largely disappointed in this segment of the Trump administration. Pam Bondi had a deadline that Trump gave her to deliver on this task force to identify abuses of the Second Amendment in the federal government. She blew past the first one, got an extension, blew past that one. Only God knows where they're at now. Another example of this is that they hit the Trump Justice Department actually picked up and continued the prosecution of this Navy sailor. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he was prosecuted by the Biden administration's Department of Justice for having parts kits that were totally legal when he bought them and acquired these things and just in possession of them and selling them as you do with parts kits. But because the Biden administration wanted to enact their unconstitutional edicts, they arrested this guy, and I believe he's got 20 years in prison. And the Trump administration is continuing to prosecute this guy and not backing off or saying, hey, we can't retroactively make these things crimes. Like, let's just drop the charges, let this guy out, let him return to service, all that stuff. But no, they're still prosecuting this guy. And it's not just Trump. It's in a lot of these cases, it's the president, it's the executive branch, but Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate, they're not doing shit either. And a big example of this is right now we have two bills that they're actively fighting against. The Republicans in Congress are trying to stop these bills. So we have H.R. 404, which is the Hearing Protection Act, and H.R. 2365, or excuse me, let me check my notes here, 2395, which is the Short Act. So these are, both of these resolutions are to get things removed from the NFA, silencers and short-barreled rifles and shotguns, okay? Which, yeah, I get it. We want the NFA gone altogether, right? Yeah, cool. I'm with you. Like, let's get rid of the whole thing, but let's just start taking stuff off there that doesn't need to be on there, which is all of it. But if we can get anything off there now, let's go ahead and get it off there. But Republicans are fighting this for some reason. So they need to hear from you. And it's the Ways and Means Committee. And let me check my notes one more time for their phone number. You can call them, let them know that you're not happy about this, and tell them to get their act together and get these things off of the NFA. It's 202-225-3625. 202-225-3625. Once again, that's H.R. 404, the Hearing Protection Act, and H.R. 2395, the Short Act. All right, so let's make some noise. The gun owners that were promised these things by these elected officials have the executive branch, they have, the legislative branch, and allegedly we have the judiciary branch with the, majority on the Supreme Court. That's debatable with the way some of these judges are acting, but anyways, they need to hear this from all of us and say, like, knock it off, do the things that you promised, or you're out of there. All right? So check that out. I know I don't do a bunch of political stuff, but this is, Second Amendment related. So go check that out. Give them a call. Let them know what you think. Hopefully we can get this stuff taken care of. If you want some training, hit us up at terminaloutcomes.us. I'd love to see you guys out at a class. And stay safe out there, and I will talk to you next time.